Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up this screen. Is Jimbo cleaning house, or is this a mass exodus? They've had 30 players transfer out in 2023 after the season was over. And I'm going to tell you what, it could be either one or a combination. Now, the reason I'm going to talk about this, we're playing them this year. As a matter of fact, let me show you the schedule. We'll start out, of course, with Virginia, then Austin Peay, Florida, UTSA, South Carolina. Then right there, October the 14th, we'll be playing Texas A&M right before Alabama game. So this is an important game right here. And Jimbo's coming off a losing record, 5-7 last year, and this is a guy that's making like $10 million a year and had signed a $100 million contract. And he actually brought in Bobby Petrino to be his offensive coordinator, but that's already on shaky ground because if you saw his interview, which I actually highlighted that in one of my videos, I guess it was a week or two ago, and he was not in a good mood about it. So I'm really wondering whether Bobby Petrino is going to get to call those plays or if he was just brought in to calm down the donors. Say, look, I hired offensive coordinator. That's what you wanted. Look, Jimbo likes to call his own plays. All right, that's just a fact. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to replay that just only like a minute. But you can see, look, he was irritable when it came to being asked about Petrino.
Will there be in the offense, and how much control?
We ain't worried about. Here's what we're doing.
How much control does Bobby have?
We're running our thing. We're going to be base fundamentals. We ain't getting into scheme. We ain't getting into anything. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to practice. What we're going to do on a daily basis. What we put in that day, and then we'll be base fundamental. How you execute your scheme is what's about fundamentals.
Front row on right.
What went into the process of bringing Bobby Petrino on board?
Well, that was a guy we wanted to hire. A guy I've known.
Previous relationship with him as well.
I've known him a long time. We've had great respect for each other, and when we talked, we thought it would be, after meeting and talking to him, we thought it would be a very good fit for what we're trying to do and the things that we believe in and what goes on.
Jimbo, what is it about Bobby philosophically that you like about because of what he's done in the past and what he brings to this program?
Yeah, I mean, Bobby's an experienced guy who's called plays and done a great job, and he's got a really good foundation and fundamentals of football, which have great balance, whether it's running the ball, throwing the ball, and has been able to be very productive in the things he's been able to do.
How would you describe similarities and differences between you two philosophically?
We ain't got enough hours on day to do all that. But at the end of the day, we believe in one thing: execution. So at the end of the day, that's what it's about. An over route's an over route, a dig's a dig. How you get there, what you do, and we get so caught up in it's not scheme, it's execution, and then that goes back to how do you execute? Fundamentals, alignment, assignment, technique. No matter what you do, and if you want to know technicals, if you go watch everybody in the country, everybody does the same thing. Go watch film. You sit down and watch film. There's not a hill of beans between anybody. As far as what goes on, what routes are, what plays are. It's a counter is a counter. A dig and a post is a dig and a post. Verticals are verticals. I mean, it's all the same. It gets back to execution and fundamentals.
Yeah, so as you can see, more than a little bit irritable and defensive and not liking any questions about Petrino. And that's, like I said, I question whether or not that's going to work out so good. It might be more of this going on than anything. And Jimbo's in charge, so we'll see. But we've had another player that transferred out of Texas A&M, and they're up to 30 now. And this talks about how the former four-star recruit entered the transfer portal with a cryptic message as Texas A&M's mass exodus continues. And it's Bobby Taylor. He was a four-star in the class of 2022, and they've already had several five-stars that have left, and this guy was sort of in the middle of the pack. He said he had injured his knee before his freshman season, fell down the depth chart. He was an All-American, and he had a ton of offers. And here he says, I'm officially entering the transfer portal with 4 years of eligibility. And then they asked the question, was it Taylor's decision to leave Texas A&M? And this writer says it doesn't seem like it was. It says, not long after hitting the portal, Taylor posted a cryptic message on his Instagram. And right there it says, and don't think I wanted to leave. And it says, what does that mean? Perhaps Taylor is alluding to the idea that he was forced out of Texas A&M. Maybe he was too low on the depth chart. Maybe they had somebody else they wanted to bring in, or who knows? Who knows? But if you look at the portal on their team, here's the ones that are leaving. You start out, you've got this real high four-star, Donnell Harris, and he headed to ULM. Brian George, another, he should have been a four-star at 90. Let's see. Here's another three-star. Then here's a five-star, Chris Marshall, who left. Here's a 3-star, 3-star. Let's see, a 3-star. Here's a real high 4-star, an offensive tackle that left. Here's another real high 4-star running back that left. And so on and so forth. Another big-time 4-star. 4-star. Big-time cornerback. Went to Georgia, of all places. Here's a guy that went, Denver Harris, 5-star. Went to LSU. Another 4-star. Here's another 4-star, almost 5-star, went to USC. And, they went to big teams. It's not like they went to little tiny teams. Another 4-star linebacker. Here's an almost 5-star. He hadn't decided yet. Here's a another 3-star. There's a 4-star, et cetera, on and on and on. I mean, these are like really high-quality players. Look at all the way across the board, man. 4-star, 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 4-star. Jeez. I mean, that's a lot. So I'll tell you what, if you looked at that class in 2022, that was like was at the time the best recruiting class that had ever been put together. It'd probably still be in the top 10 if you, kind of realigned it, but it probably wouldn't be much, maybe 7, 8, something like that. It certainly wouldn't be number 1 anymore. That's for sure. They've lost a ton of players. So I don't know what's going on over there, whether it's just a mass exodus, people running, or if he's just gotten tired of people and he's just saying the heck with it. I'm going to do it my way. And if I upset people, I upset them. And there you go. It's really hard to say right now. But, the guy's owed $90 million. So if he has another losing season, the pressure to do something about it's going to be very difficult on both sides, because by then I think they'd still owe him $80 million. And that'd be hard to fork over that amount of money for somebody not to coach for you. So I'm sure they're hoping that it works out. One thing I wanted to ask you, since we're towards the end of the video right now, this is kind of a short one. I've been thinking about possibly doing some live kind of podcast type stuff, where interact with you and answer questions and kind of go back and forth, like you've seen some people that go live. So I've been kind of thinking about it. I actually went live with Big Vol Daddy on his channel about a week or so ago, and I've been thinking about it because I know a lot of people do. I mean, I want to know what you honestly think, because like I said, if you're at the end of this thing, you're probably a subscriber or somebody that's interested in maybe that sort of video. Anyway, just let me know what you think, and I'll take it under advisement. Anyway, if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover the Vols and all our upcoming opponents and all that, Texas A&M being one of them. And if you've not subscribed, it's right here on the left. Just hit that little button. Costs you nothing, helps me out. And right over here's my most recent video. And again, just let me know what you think. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.